And aloha, and welcome to Mystimon Saga Terror in Depthara Trench, where we delve into the dark and murky depths of the Ocean Kingdom and deal with alien and abominable horrors. I'm your host, GM Seth. I also go by Seth R. Mitchell, and I am joined by our players today, Elle, Jackie, and Nathaniel. Nathaniel is our newest player. Hey, Nathaniel, why don't you introduce yourself? All right. When we last left our adventures at the bottom of the sea, you all thought you had made it to safety. You finally made it to this huge spire that sits near the edge of the trench. It looks like it's eons old. And you've never seen anything like this. So much, or Kita, you, and not even you have seen anything like this. And you are a sea fae. Excuse my, Yeah, Keita, you've never seen anything like this in your entire life. And you've probably been around the bend a few times in the Ocean Kingdom. And it looks like it's constructed of a strange material that you've never seen before. But it looks like it's eons old. It's ancient. And you have all come here. You have all come here just getting past the freaking minefield of these gaseous vents. You just got past this minefield of these gaseous vents, and you find yourselves here at this spire. And you met up with a couple of people here at the spire. One of them is another sea fae. He looks like a fish man of some type. Keita, you believe this is a vagabond? And you also meet up with an alapeke of all things. You are, of course, wearing a suit. You are ready to go out into the ocean if you need to. Croca? Is that your name? Croca. I'm going to call you Folk. So, Folk, you have been here at the spire for years and years. And what are you doing as you meet these people? You meet this other Alapeke, but this one is in a wheelchair. And you also meet up with a sea fae, an octopus lady. And you also meet with a woman, a human, and she introduces herself as Dr. Lorena Gray. Does everyone want to introduce themselves to each other? You mean Keita? Keita?
What are you doing here? And what's Kata just talked oh, probably because she out a size of but then very big. Um, I think so definitely by the end.
People like who? uh, you've seen a lot of Sife around here. There various types, including your little friend here. This little fish guy, this vagabond. He's a Sife as well. Her particular heritage, you've never, you've heard of them, but you don't really recall seeing too many of them around. Are there any other survivors that you know of from the observatory? No. Other than you guys, and there's also this other Alapeke with you who introduces himself as Izumi. Petro. Sadly, in the last fight you had, he passed away. He was killed by those creatures. Yes. 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 Yes, absolutely.
Wearing like a little hat back, a little waterproof hat, like.
Yeah, yeah.
Gonna get this for him. One considered a view.
You're currently standing inside the spire. Yeah. So, so inside, the interior walls are constructed of this strange blue metal. It's like a dark blue, and the vibes are very cold. It feels cold in here. There's like Folk and Isaac, you guys been have decorated and done what you can to warm the place up, but you can only do so much, right? And there is some stairs that lead up to the top of the spire, and at the top of the spire is uh this light that it is kind of like a lighthouse. And Folk and Isaac, it can take you up to the next floor, to the second floor, and on the second floor they have their controls. They have all their sensors and everything.
I do soon. Like it wasn't. Or just kind of feeling it.
uh the guy with you is Isaac. I don't know. We should find out what those things were. You had just fought off these creatures that came up from the trench. These creatures just came up from the trench and were mainly attacking Alexis, Keita, and Izumi, as well as Dr. Gray. And you noticed during the fight that those creatures were mainly trying to get Dr. Gray. And see if I can. Yeah, 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 yeah. These creatures, from what you could make out, have white reptilian-like scales with bright yellow or red reptilian eyes, and it could catch brief flashes of white razor-sharp teeth, and you could just make out a very long tail. Yes, yes. I have never seen anything like those things in my life. Why on Terrana would those things, whatever they are, try to kidnap me? There's just too many unanswered questions. And the further we go, there's more questions. Perhaps that's a mystery for another day. For now, we have to figure out, can we get in contact with the city? Do your communications work, as Kata asked? The communications have been down for quite some time. I've been trying to fix them, but but a couple of days. But do you know the difference between the red wire and the green wire and the blue wire and the yellow wire? I don't know which one goes where. Is that meant to be a short joke? You did. You just called me short. The doctor? What about the doctor? I can't say that I am. My expertise is archaeology. In fact, Keita is my understudy. Isaac says, what? Dig them up? Did we bury them? The exit is this this airlock that leads out into the ocean. Yeah. I certainly hope we didn't bury them. That'd be polluting. Wouldn't it be polluting? That'd be polluting, right? Do we even have graveyards on the bottom of the ocean? I hope Kinderhoff doesn't mind. I really hope he doesn't mind what I've done.
Once he shows up, Isaac.
Okay, that's canon. That's canon. That is totally canon.
I for one would be.
Yeah, there's a stairway leading up. Yep.
I'm used to this.
Yep. Izumi will help out.
All work. I want to. I. Oh. All we're going.
Yep. Indeed. So you're studying the walls and the architecture of the structure. Okay. Uh, you could make me a perception check. So, as you're studying these walls, you're looking really closely at the walls, closer than Isaac or folk ever have, and you can just make out what looks like machine marks or tool marks of some kind. And you can't really determine what tools were used. But you can make me a society check to see if you can determine anything about the architecture of the spire. Welcome to season 11, everyone. Okay, so from what you could determine from the architecture of this spire, you think it might have been constructed hundreds or even thousands of years ago. It's definitely older than the ancient city that sits at the base of the Quartica Islands, at the base of Peruma. It's definitely much older than that. Yeah, yeah. Yep. It is definitely indeed. Yeah, she's very excited about this. She's never seen anything quite this old. So you're excited about the prospects of what this could mean. You were stationed here from the Morelvan capital. Let's see. What was the Morelvan capital again? Again, it's been a month and a half. Paradisiana. Paradisiana is the Morelvan capital. The Morelvan government. You are currently in the kingdom of the Morelvan. There are several kingdoms in the Ocean Kingdoms, each one for a different nation, and this is the Morelvan nation. So you were stationed here to basically act as a guard. As far as you know, there has been at least 2 or 3 people stationed here at this spire, and several others. There are several other spires like it across dotted across the Ocean Kingdoms, and as far as you know, there has been at least 2 or 3 people stationed here all the time. And your mandate is to keep watch. But you've always been told that your mandate is to keep watch for dangerous Mystimon that could prove a danger to the towns or villages. At least that's what you've been told by the government. But you've always gotten the feeling that there is more to it. That there is more to your job here at this spire. Especially with how old this spire is. This spire does not look like anything the Morelvan have built. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like anything that has ever been built by any of the different nations of the Sea Fae. Hold on, I'm trying to figure something out because a friend of mine said that she has been uh, listening in the background and she can't hear any of you guys at all. Hold on, I'm trying to figure something out because a friend of mine said that she has been listening in the background and she can't hear. I do not. What is going on? I've never had this happen before. I don't get it. I mean, I can hear you guys and I can see it. I can see the activity on the bar and on the audio mixer in OBS. And I went into the advanced audio properties and I clicked monitor and output. And that should do it. Please don't tell me that's it. Could you guys say something?
Testing, testing, testing.
Yes. Testing.
What is going on? Thank you, Christine. Christine's a very good friend of mine.
Shout out to Christine.
She heard you now.
Oh, nice.
I think she heard you. Maritime, let me know when you can at least hear the background music. It should be coming through the same channel. Hey guys, could you say something?
Yes.
Hello, testing.
Can you hear us?
Because she said she heard laughing.
Hmm.
Mm.
Can't believe everybody missed all of my good jokes.
There you go.
Truly a tragedy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here because
Ruh-roh.
the only thing I could think of is monitor and output. That should be it. Thank you, coffee. I didn't need you at that moment, but thank you. What the hell is going on here? She can't hear the music. Can you hear it now? Okay, I just turned it down. Okay, if you can hear the music, then you should hear them. You should be able to hear them because they go through the same channel. The same track. So,
Should we chime in again?
yeah, please.
Fast.
Do 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 do.
Yep, you're all good now. Thank you. Thank you, Maritime.
Excellent.
Thank you very much. I have to make sure I set that up for the others. I'm not sure what happened. I have to make sure I set that up for the other scenes. I'm not sure what happened.
Oh well. Do you want to synopsize everything that's happened so far?
So,
for clarity.
just for clarity, so we have a new player. His name is Nathaniel. He comes from Brazil, and he is playing the character Folk Folkroka.
Yeah.
And Keita was trying to examine the walls and the structure of this spire that everyone is in. This spire that sits at the edge of the trench. And Keita was going mad and going wild because she's never seen anything like this.
Mostly frustrated academic rage at being denied the knowledge of the existence of this ancient edifice. How tall is the spire? Like, how many stories as we climb it?
It looks like it's about 10 stories tall. So it's
wow.
it's a bit of a ways up to the top. To the lighthouse part. The light. Bit of a ways up. And you finally do make it to the second story, where all of these sensors and all the systems are located.
Well, we have the sensors here. They're going crazy.
Yeah,
Communication is offline though.
yeah, communication's offline. The sensors were going absolutely crazy. On the sonar, you could see all of this like massive dots coming from what seems to be the trench. And you could still see this massive dots that's kind of coming from the trench. And
Do I know what the dots represent?
no, you don't know what they are. You can only assume it could be more of those creatures.
Well, you'll see the dots here, and I'll point to the sensor. If I had to take a guess, I'd say more of the creatures downstairs are the trench. Is that right, Isaac?
That's not good.
Yeah, could be. I don't know.
Well, and Alexis holds on to their gill hook. If it is, I'll try to be right.
They seem to be coming after me, though. Maybe I should stay inside. Maybe I'm safer in here.
Perhaps.
But for how long? You cannot stay in here indefinitely.
Yeah.
And without any form of communication, we cannot call for help. Is there a way we can? And we were, what, 4 miles or something across the seafloor from where were we headed before, and how long was it expected to take us?
It was you expected to take several hours to get to Paradisiana.
Right. Right. We were headed back to Paradisiana.
Yeah.
Okay. And are we still on the right trajectory in that direction, or are we off course?
You decided to take a detour and come to the spire because you were hoping to find maybe a subship. You were hoping maybe you could find working communications. Unfortunately, you couldn't find that because Isaac did something.
Let's not blame Isaac. We don't know if it's Isaac's fault.
Well, I was trying to get the game, and apparently it didn't work. Apparently it didn't work. And now nothing works.
Right. Yes.
I mean, y'all seem like pretty smart folk. You sure don't wanna at least try to restore the communications?
Fix what Isaac broke.
I mean, look, I've got multiple hands. I can try. Got multiple hands and a +1 to intelligence.
Alexis specifies most of us seem like smart folk.
Most of us.
Right.
Yeah, Alexis has a +0 in intelligence.
Yep.
And +0 in crafting.
Yeah, I don't think I have any crafting either.
The best one to
Not
do
my
this
crafting character.
is actually Isaac. Isaac
Oh,
has a
we're doing
+8 in
so
crafting.
unfairly maligned.
Actually, Azumi has a +12. Azumi's a master.
Oh wow. Hey Azumi, do you want to do this?
Azumi says, "Yeah, sure. Let me see what I can do. If I manage to fix this," and he looks directly at you, folk. Keep Isaac way away from these machines.
Of course.
You can stay here and work on these, perhaps.
He ain't
I still
touching
like,
the
still
wires
like
yet.
to go.
You like to continue up? Yeah.
Yes, I would still like to see the top.
I am a
This
bit
light is very
scared.
interesting.
I'm a bit scared that the dots in the sensor might come up.
I mean, we locked the
I'm
door,
actually
yes.
going to reveal that. So that's the first roll from Izumi. Not too shabby.
Wow. Good job, Azumi the Radiant.
Yeah, all he does is he pops open the panel and he takes one look at the wires and he says, "Well, here's your problem. Isaac, you're supposed to connect the blue wire to the green wire, not the other way around." Oh. Okay.
Well, and Alexis brushes their arm. That is a bit counterintuitive. I would have attempted to connect the blue wire to, well, the blue wire. The other garage.
That seems more logical to me.
Telephone.
And then he takes another look and he says, "Oh, here's your other problem. You have your inputs and your outputs switched around." And he switches the wires around, and suddenly the communications are working. Suddenly you can hear this. Come inspire.
Well, when I hear that, I'll approach the. Is it a radio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get it, and I'll say, "Yeah, Spire, hear you loud and clear."
We've been trying to get a hold of you for 20 hours.
You have Isaac to blame for that.
Oh,
Let him
just
know that he's-
immediately throwing your buddy under the bus there.
Let him know that he's fired.
I'll just for Kroka will just kind of like glance at Isaac and like shrug his shoulders. Be like, "Yeah, what have you been trying to contact us about?"
Well, standard check-in procedure.
Well, I have quite the news for you. It seems there was, what'd you say again? An explosion, yeah?
An implosion.
Oh, yeah, an implosion in the facility.
What facility?
The observatory. I'm gonna
There was
speak
an
up from
implosion
over his
in
shoulder.
at the Guka Observatory?
Yeah,
The observatory is destroyed.
Oh
100%.
dear. Oh gods.
We have 4 personnel here. 4 survivors that we know of. 4? 5? I do not. How many people are there? There's 5. There's 4. 4.
You have
survivors.
Alexis,
There's
you have
Alexis,
Azumi.
me, Dr. Gray, and Azumi. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. 4
Alec-
4 survivors.
Yeah. Only 4 survivors, huh? That's tragic. My cousin was on that observatory.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
I hated him anyways. And he hated me.
Oh, there's a quick resolution to that, I suppose.
Do you know what
Well-
caused the implosion?
We have some theories, but we do not know. There have been sightings of strange creatures along the seafloor here. There are, frankly, there are several swarming up out of the trench right now. Volkroka can tell you more. He knows how to read this machinery here. And then I'll back off.
All I know is there's a lot of dots.
A lot of dots, you say? Coming from where?
Yeah. Along the trench.
The trench?
Yeah.
A lot of dots coming from the trench?
That's what it says on the sensor.
And you could hear a little chattering in the background as he seems to be talking to someone. Yeah, are you sure? Are you sure? I And then suddenly it cuts off.
Oh dear.
Isaac, what'd you do?
I didn't do anything. I was 20 feet away. What did
The
you
goddamn
do?
raid off again.
Now, what have
I
you
did
done?
nothing.
Izumi takes a look at it. And he says, no, it's working. I think they cut us off.
Why'd they do that?
I can't tell you. And you see,
Well-
you see Dr. Gray kind of step over to the side of the room, and she kind of has her hand on her chin. She looks like she's thinking about something.
What you got for us, Doc?
I don't know. It always... Keita, tell him about the site.
About which site?
The site that we've been working on at the bottom of the trench.
What have we been doing at the bottom of the trench? I'm so sorry.
You've been working on this archaeological dig, this ancient structure that looks alien in nature. And in fact, as you're examining the walls and examining the architecture of this spire some more, there's something at the edge of your brain that is telling you this is familiar. This architecture is familiar. And then as she tells you to tell him about the site, and you kind of... Suddenly, something clicks. And you have this sudden realization. Whoever built the spire built the ancient structure at the bottom of the trench. The structure that you've been examining for months.
And remind me, is this the structure that is on the outskirts of Perdisiana? That
No.
like was
No.
the one that that's a different one that
Yeah.
they guard, and that's the one that's like actually directly connected to
Yeah.
the like ancestors of the Sea Fae?
Yeah, yeah.
This is like a totally different thing. Okay. We've been working on this dig site for several months. It's something very old, very alien. Not created by any, not even any ancestors of the cultures here in Tirana today. It's something strange and odd. We've been trying to figure out what the purpose of this structure was, what it was built for, what it was meant to do, what the people who live there, all that sort of thing. It's been, it's actually been going very well. It's been, only a few months, and I'm pretty sure we found the barracks. But these things, they take time. But it's thousands of years old. And I don't know, these are, I look over at Dr. Gray. This place is very similar. This place is the same Same construction, same builders. Does this have anything to do with Maurice, with Dr. Maurice?
I wouldn't know. Are you sure? You mean my grandfather?
That this is the same? Yes. Yeah, it is very. You mentioned he was working on things from alien creatures. Yeah, the alien creatures. We've been seeing alien creatures.
Oh my gods.
I don't know.
Could they have done something with him?
Maybe I am just paranoid because of.
Maybe we're all paranoid. Could they have done something with him? Could that be why they're trying to get me?
Where was he working before?
He lives in Kalrun, in Almana. On the surface. He's never been he has never been to the Ocean Kingdoms. And in fact, at his old age, I would be terrified of how his health can manage the Ocean Kingdoms because of the pressures.
Is all of you surface folk are very delicate. You're all very delicate, yes, this is true. No, if he is on surface, he is fine, I'm sure. I'm sure it is just this, his telephone is broken.
You mean his comstone?
Just like ours. Yes. Is that not what I said? Translation. Yeah. I do not know word for it. Do not know word for it in New Tyrannon.
Yeah, you probably said you probably said the CFA term for it. Telephone. That's the CFA term. That's canon now. Telephone is a CFA word.
For comstone. Or for the object that is a comstone.
Yeah.
Sorry to eavesdrop, but who's this doctor we're talking about?
My grandfather. My grandfather is Dr. Maurice Gray. And he works along the same lines as I do. His profession is archaeology, and he's always been interested in ancient cultures that came before. Like, for a long time, he was very interested in the Altarans, which are the predecessors to the Fae of today and the Sea Fae of today, even. The Altarans are literally your ancestors, Keita.
Right. Well, we could keep going up, if you wish.
Maybe we can tell something if we go to the top of this spire. Maybe we can see something in the trenches. I'm terrified of what we'll find.
There's usually not much to see, so I doubt it, but we can try.
I'm terrified.
Either way, I would like to know how they got to build it this high and in these pressures.
The same way they did in Paradisiana.
But this is very different. This is very different construction. It's absolutely fascinating. Let's go. Keep going. Only 8 stories to go.
Only 8 stories to go, be a hell of a climb,
Time
but
to get those steps in.
yeah,
Speak for
lots of
yourself.
exercise. What was that, Alexis?
Alexis just chuckles a bit and says, "Speak for yourself."
You're getting that core work in.
Oh yeah, upper body. Alexis already has a pretty toned upper body, but you know, the daily exercise.
Indeed. So is Keita and Izumi going to help Alexis up the stairs?
Oh, 100%.
100%. So you help Keita, you help Alexis up the stairs. Like Izumi is carrying Alexis, like older. He has her arms over his shoulder and everything, and you are carrying Alexis's wheelchair.
Sure.
And you finally make it to the top of the stairs after a little while. And here you find, at the very top of the spire, you find this light that is right now shining in the direction of the trench. And you are surrounded on all sides by glass windows. And everywhere where the light is not shining, all you can see is pitch black. But as you look out in the direction of where the light is shining, you look out over the trench. What you see there is like this river of black. And then you just barely catch a glimpse of what looks like yellow eyes.
Did everyone see that?
How big? Like when we're looking out into this like river of darkness in the trench. When you say we see a flash of yellow eyes,
They
are
look
we
tiny.
talking like
They look
the
tiny
same
from where.
size?
Yeah, they look
Okay.
tiny from where you
Okay,
are.
how many?
At first, only two, only a pair. But then you see hundreds looking up at you.
Are we able to move this light?
Yeah.
Should be able to, yeah.
What happens if we direct it down onto where those eyes are?
As you move the light down, directing it straight down at where those eyes are, you get a glimpse of hundreds of these reptilian creatures with white, scaly skin. And they're looking directly at you.
That is deeply unnerving, and I do not like it.
When Dr. Gray sees this, she backs up all the way to the other side.
Another question. Are we in like a like is this like a glass like atrium or something on the
Yeah.
top of this? Or are we out in the water?
You're in like surrounding you on all sides is glass windows. This is like a glass atrium of sorts.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
And it's of course a glass that is designed to work with designed to withstand these pressures at the bottom of the ocean.
And are there any like what else is up here? Is this room just the room with the light? And is the light original to the structure, or was it added by the same, people who would have sent, or the same, organization that sent Roka and Isaac?
The light is original to the structure, yes.
Interesting.
The only thing that seems like it was brought here by the Sea Fae or the Morelvin is the machinery downstairs.
Yeah. And the like homey decorations that our tower guards have set up.
Yeah. Doing what they can to warm the place up, because it otherwise the vibe is just really cold. Which it's what happens when you're surrounded on all sides by nothing but metal. So, what is everyone doing?
Folk Roka was not really paying much attention. Like, he's been here countless times, never seen anything of note. But once he sees the doctor's reaction and looks at the creatures, he'll say, "Well, that wasn't there. Last time I checked. Guess we found the dots."
Yeah, I think those are the dots. Though they don't look like dots. Why don't they look like dots?
I'm wondering the same, Isaac. Maybe the sensor is malfunction.
I want the movie The Lighthouse recreated with these two.
I really hope Kinderhoff doesn't mind what I've done. I've turned his character into an imbecile.
We can say that Isaac pulled an all-nighter that night and is just like so sleep deprived that
Maybe.
if we need an explanation for it, there's what it is,
Maybe.
Well,
he's going to be watching. Kinderhoff is probably going to be watching the VOD later. He's gonna probably be like, so, Seth, about my character. Sorry, you were saying?
Oh yeah. Well, I wouldn't say it's particularly wise to stay in this classroom with all these things out there.
Oh, that's probably not very smart. Why isn't it smart?
Maybe we should. Isaac, they could break the glass perhaps and flood the entire place.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
I thought this
How
glass
are
was
you our
bulletproof.
technician, Isaac? How did you get the job?
I do not know. I fell asleep in class.
Right. That explains it. Maybe we should head back down and think of a plan.
And maybe tune into the game?
If only I brought some coffee with me. Well, I believe we have high priority at the moment.
Speaking
Sorry,
of
come
coffee.
again?
Speaking of coffee. Yeah, I would like an espresso.
To be honest, in a situation like this, it is understandable to not want to be out of money. All things considered, not as unreasonable of a decision as one might imagine.
I'm more of a tea person. Oh, come on, let's head down before those things.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're starting to get up to the top of the cliff.
And Alexis grabs their, makes sure to have their gill hook in hand. You know, like, well, if anything happens, I'll at least be ready.
And as you're starting to go down
We
the
all head
stairs,
down.
as you're starting to go down the stairs, Isaac says, "Hopefully they don't have a megalodon."
Correct?
Megalo what?
Your lips to the god's ears, Isaac.
A megalodon.
No, yeah, it was in character. Alexis, you understand the world, he said.
Megalodon. You've heard of megalodons, right?
No.
Giant sharks.
Those.
I think
Why'd
they
you call
evo
them
from
Megalodon? Just call them.
I think they evo from
Oh.
Hammerocks. we see them around here quite often.
Just call them giant sharks. Why call them megalo whatever?
Because they're Mystimon.
Well,
That's their name.
And so we head down the stairs.
mhm.
You head down the stairs.
And what do we find down there?
So, heading down the stairs, hopefully, Alexis, do you think you can get down the stairs by yourself? Going down?
What? Sorry?
Do you think you can get down the stairs by yourself, or do you still need the others to
Yeah,
carry you?
Alexis can probably come down the stair by themselves, but it is like they do, as long as they have something to, like, you know, like hold on to, basically.
Yeah, yeah. So you could hold on to the railing.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let's make that an athletics check, Alexis.
Oh,
That makes sense, right?
of course.
There you go. Yep. You're able to make it down. And you finally all make it back down the stairs. Do you go to the second story or go down to the ground floor?
Where do we go down to?
Ground floor, right? Or wait. I would say the second. We want to go to the like where the comm unit and all that stuff was. I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to the second story. And on the second story, you look at the sensors and you can still see those billions of dots coming up towards where you are. And Isaac says, "Look, there it is, dots. But when we go look, they're fish people or reptiles." I'm confused. I am very confused.
The dots or fish people seem to have increased.
I thought you said, "Oh dear," about how stupid he is.
It was. Well, y'all seem pretty competent if you manage to be the only survivors of what happened down there. So I'll
More competent than your partner.
Hey, I feel like Isaac's getting a bit of flack here.
A bit.
Just a bit.
Crap. That's why.
So I'll leave it to y'all to think of a plan. I'm not good with those.
Well, I can't say I have one, as I mentioned. Coming up with a plan and just generally, how do I say this? Thinking isn't my strong suit. Also, to like better describe Alexis like going down the stairs like earlier, Alexis can like move their legs perfectly well. They just like have muscular dystrophy, so it's like a matter of just not being able to support their body. So they just kind of like hold on to the railing and use their gill hook for support while they go down.
L, I swear, the memes you come up with. I wish you could post those on Twitch.
You all understand that this was the best use of the last 5 minutes of my time that I could have spent.
Really? Have a plane.
Hey, we were going down the stairs. Kata was carrying a wheelchair. This is fine.
Yeah. No, Alexis could get down the stairs by herself. By themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Azumi carried it up, so it's only fair. So back down, like looking at all of the machinery and all of the things. I am going to turn to Fukuoka and say, I imagine you would have mentioned it earlier if this were the case, but do you have some kind of submersible vehicle of some kind that we could use?
A what?
You know, a boat, underwater boat.
Oh,
Vehicle. How did you get here?
oh, those. Duidium?
No. That one that's
Ugh.
working. Unfortunately, Isaac got to it.
No. Hey, Azumi, can you roll another 30?
I can see.
Oh yeah.
Where is this thing?
This is Sife idiom.
Where what 30 just means doing good in Sife. Oh, okay.
Yes, it means to fix something very, very well.
Volcanoes are very common in seafood poetry, you see.
I'll see what I can do. Could you show me where it is, Fukuoka?
Sure. I'll go there.
You lead Azumi down the stairs, and as soon as he sees the subship, Azumi calls up to you. Yeah, I think it's going to take a lot longer than we have.
God damn it.
Right.
So
Alexis.
we start. Oh no, go on.
Alexis mentions, well, if a lack of resources indicates that that someone may be unable to, be taken either through a boat or through a suit. I have plenty of items that I could give to someone else, and I can breathe underwater myself.
Oh, you mean we go out there?
No,
To the
but
ocean.
if it comes to it, I'm
We
saying that I have the resources.
Right. We could.
And at that moment, suddenly you hear a loud boom as the spire around you shakes violently. And Isaac calls down, "Was it me? This time." And that's where I'm going to end this session. To be continued.
No.
To be continued. We will be back on Thursday with the season premiere of Hidden Archives. And we'll see what our...
I hear there's a really cool character named Soma in that.
Absolutely.
Since that, I'm sure, was the joke that was cut off previously.
Yeah. Absolutely. She's an awesome character. Awesome. Amazing.
Also, you know who else is really cool? There's this other person named Esther. Really cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Will we
I'm
be
sure if
seeing
I
more
do
of Esther? Will we be seeing more of the adventures of Esther robbing
Perhaps.
museums?
Well, museum gift shops.
Museum gift shops, yes.
Let's hope we see more of
that's
Esther on
5
Thursday.
levels below, like robbing a museum, you know?
Yeah.
At least,
At
you know?
least.
At least.
You know, there's some there's a character arc to be, there's like a training arc to be had there, you know?
Yeah.
You work yourself up. You work yourself up to.
Yeah. You gotta start small, you know?
Yeah. Well, we will be seeing more of Esther, more of the adventures of Esther robbing museum gift shops and everything, and Soma doing whatever she does, being amazing on Thursday as they track down a malicious serial killer. We will see everyone on Thursday for the season premiere of Hidden Archives.
Mhm.
See you all then.